Hey bosses, this is Carol Vaughn, the writing coach over at Author Like a Boss. Normally you'd have Stacy here with you today, but she is not feeling well, so send her some love in the comments, guys. She needs it. She's a little loopy, and we love her. And she does so much. In the Author Boss Academy, in the Author Boss Academy, Stacy is always sharing content on how to set up your webpage, how to handle the technical sides of author life. I mean, there's so much technology involved, and she knows and teaches how to do it all, and she's always giving. So let's give some love back to her. But today I wanted to talk about author plans and setting author goals and reaching our author goals. And that can be hard and daunting sometimes. I heard a quote. Don't quote me on where I get it from, but I'm pretty sure I got it from Jonathan Field's Good Life Project podcast. And it says, what got us here isn't going to get us there. And I can speak about that from personal experience. I wrote and am writing. I've written a lot, and a lot of you guys are in the same boat that I am. I have published over 8 books, and I'm still going. And you know what, you guys? My business isn't growing. So I have to do something different besides just write, and that kills me a little bit inside. I know that I have a friend who is amazing with ads, and I'm just going to give her a shout out. She doesn't know I'm doing this, but she's going to get it anyways. And her name is Lisa. Okay, now let me show you a difference between Lisa and me. I have run like 3 ads maybe in my life, and they didn't work. So I'm like, yes, ads don't work. I get to keep writing. And that's not true, guys. Ads do work. You know, compare that with my friend Lisa, Lisa is amazing, okay? She's written a really good story, but you guys know if you can't get your story in front of the right eyes, it doesn't matter. So before she started to market seriously, she was selling like a book a month. And she has sold probably over 50 books in 1 month alone since she started marketing her books. It's incredible to watch. She'll run an ad, she'll go back and check it and say, hey, this ad isn't working. And instead of just throwing her hands up in the air like me, she says, I'm going to tweak it, and she does, and it works, and it's amazing to watch. So what got us here on our author writing journey isn't going to take us to the next step. And what that next step or level is really depends on you. You have to set your own goals. You can't do what other people expect your goals to be. I've kind of realized that right now my author goal is to tell stories, and I love it, and it's where I need to be. I'm not ready to take that next step, and it doesn't feel right. Good question, Melissa. She's done Facebook ads and Amazon ads. And yes, she's paid for both of them and has gotten a return. And the books sold don't include her page reads. Both of them went up. But back to setting author goals is to being honest with yourself on what you want out of your author career, and then being specific about what you want. Saying I want to be a famous author is really kind of vague. I want to make a lot of money. Well, I mean, what's a lot of money look like? And so take a moment to actually write down exactly what your goal looks like. When you're a famous author, does that mean that you're going to be like J.K. Rowling, where you're having red carpet events and everybody knows your name? Or is it going to be famous within your newsletter? People who know you consider you to be a celebrity, and that's good enough. Or maybe you don't want to be famous. Maybe you're writing under a pen name because you want your pen name to be famous, but you want to keep your personal life personal. So get really specific on what you want out of your author journey. The next quote, you know, after you've set your goals and you know what you want out of your author journey, is to stick to them. And that's really hard. Sometimes things happen that we can't control, and we do need to adjust our goals. But that's probably like a 10% thing, not a 90% of the time thing. 90% of the time, and maybe I'm just speaking about myself, it's because I get overwhelmed and I kind of go into shutdown mode, and I have to pull myself back out of it, and it's a pain. And then I see my goal looming and I'm like, oh, I can't reach that. I had things come up and I need to adjust my goals again. So this quote is from Confucius, and he says, when it becomes obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals. adjust the action steps. I try to give myself one quote on goals a month to kind of focus and take in and stuff, and that's my quote because I need it. I'm signed up for college. I'm going back for my master's degree, and I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because I applied for financial aid, and tuition is due on the 12th of this month, and my financial aid hadn't gone through yet. So I was kind of, my insides are a little bit nauseous and scared. And so I had to say, all right, here are things that I've done in the past and they haven't worked. So what's something new that I've never done before that can help me to reach my goal? So I emailed the registrar's department and found out, yes, I had filled out financial aid information, but I'd filled out the wrong years. And I wouldn't have known that or been able to reach my goal if I wouldn't have taken a new or different action step. And Melissa, I love that, my problem is being so tired I can't concentrate. Yes, I am always battling being tired. I hear you. That is, whether it's depression kicking in or I don't sleep well or whatever it is, it's rough. I hear you. And so that kind of goes back to the adjusting your action steps. What can we do differently? I have found, and I'm not great at it, if I go to bed at 10 o'clock every night and just leave things undone, I am better able to get up, and then I have more energy the next day to get more done. I hate going to bed at 10 o'clock at night because I like to spend time with my significant other, and I like to relax when my kids are in bed, but I do better the next day if I can be firm in that. The other things that I've been trying to do is saying no more often so that I can say yes to the things that I really, really want to do. Also meditating, trying to get myself back in the present instead of wearing myself out, thinking about everything that I have to do. And getting out of bed is tough. I know once I'm out of bed, I won't be able to stop and rest until I'm back in bed, and it's rough. In case you guys don't know, I just feel tired all the time. I hope someday it goes away. It will, maybe. But that's enough about me, right? Back to you guys, because this video is for you guys. It's to tell you and to encourage you to set the goals that you want to set and the goals that you want to achieve, not what other people expect you to set or achieve. And then to go after that goal with your whole heart. Another quote that I saw that I almost wrote down was from The Pursuit of Happiness, where he tells his son, dream the dreams you want to dream, go after your dreams, and don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't reach them. Because the people who tell you you can't reach them have given up on their own dreams, and it scares them to see you going after what you want to do. And that's not word for word, you guys, that's kind of paraphrased, but it's the same idea. There are going to be people telling you that you're not a real author, and it can make it feel like your goal is that much farther away, because what does a real author look like? And so long as you keep operating on what other people think that looks like, you will never reach your own goals, because other people's expectations, they're always going to change. You can reach what they tell you is success, and people will say, yeah, but you didn't. So be clear with yourself. What does your author success look like? What is your author journey going to look like? And then take those steps and walk your journey, not everybody else's. You guys are amazing and you're doing amazing things. Not a lot of people can say, hey, I wrote a book. And not a lot of people can say, hey, I wrote a book and published it. We are here to help you in any way we can. We have the Author Like a Boss group with amazing people in it who are always willing to give their time. And you guys, we appreciate it so much. It creates such a great positive atmosphere to help people have the courage to go after their goals. At the Author Boss Academy, we have even more resources. I know that they're in the middle of the Done in 3 Months program, which is write your book, edit your book, publish your book with baby marketing steps all the way through. So you're doing the whole author journey in 3 months, and it's fantastic. It's tough, but you guys, we're bosses. We are tough people, and we can do tough things. So go after your dreams, guys. Take this moment, if you haven't already, to sit down and try and get in 1 or 2 sentences what your author success looks like. and then figure out what little goal you're going to take in the next week and do that goal. And then keep adding on to it bit by bit. And that is how mountains are created. That is how your success will be created, is in those little baby steps every single day or week, whatever you feel like your journey needs to be. Join us next week. We will have more great information for you guys. If you're ever curious to check out the Author Boss Academy, I don't know where the website link is. Go to that page. Find out what we have to offer, because there is more that we can do to help you in your journey. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.